Ian, and one time he was in the cannabis business, but now he's going back to fruits and vegetables, and he's growing things organic. So we're going to do a session on, having your own microgreen garden,
Yep.
and you have some expertise. So if I was gonna put something in the window here, but my students were afraid I was going to kill it and not water it properly, look after it. So they're growing it at home. So if we want to set microgreens, what do we do?
Pretty easily. The 10 by 20 plastic tray that you get at your local garden center, a good organic potting soil that would also be sold at the garden center, hopefully with some compost in it, and then essentially you just direct seed it, not too densely, and put the dome over top until they start to sprout. And as soon as they sprout, get the dome off so that you don't get too much humidity. One of the biggest challenges with microgreens is that they have a tendency of rotting, and that's because of a disease called Pythium. So it's about having good airflow once they've germinated, even a little fan, but not too strong because otherwise it'll dry them out. But maintaining good airflow around them is pretty critical. And then as soon as they get to whatever stage you feel like eating them at, we always used to grow microgreens to true leaf stage. So that means once the seed is germinated, you'll get two initial leaves, which are called cotyledons. And just beyond the cotyledon stage is where the true leaves start to appear. That's usually where you get the best flavor. And then harvest the whole tray at one time and make sure it's patted dry and then refrigerate it. If you don't pat it dry, then you'll end up with rot diseases again. And then repeat. So then you get rid of all that soil. Don't try and seed over top of it again.
Yeah, start new soil again.
Yeah, you can compost that old soil and put it into your garden, that kind of stuff. Essentially, it's a peat moss type of product, right? So you can utilize it in other places. Make sure the tray is really well cleaned and probably a little bit of bleach to make sure you kill off any disease pressures. We don't do that in our facility because we're really good at producing soil. We have an entire soil production line. We have the industrial composting system. It's really specific to what we do, but that's everything to us is about healthy microbiome in the soil. Essentially, I always equate it to your people that are healthy have good gut biomes. The exact same thing is for plants. So good quality soil means good microbiology, and that's what supports a plant. So,
And how much sunlight do you need a day?
depending on the microgreen, but you need ultimately in the wintertime, we don't have enough sun here no matter what window you put it in. So you do need a small LED light, and they've come down in price so much, it's well worth investing in a good LED light. But we run our lights up to 18 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if someone has, let's say, sunlight for, doesn't mean direct sun,
Yes. Yeah.
and then
Otherwise, have an LED light lighting it all the time.
24 hours a day, 18
No,
hours
18 hours a day.
You have to get a little bit of time off.
Uh, Lettuce, most microgreens you actually don't, but it's kind of annoying having a light on 24 hours a day, particularly if it's in a living space, right? So,
Right. And what you mentioned some of the mistakes people make is they get some bugs not clean weeds in the soil. What vegetables grow the best?
From a microgreen perspective, one of the easiest ones to grow and most flavorful is arugula.
Okay.
We're kings of growing arugula. We don't grow small, big microgreen arugula anymore. We grow baby leaf arugula to compete against the California imports.
Okay.
But microgreen arugula seed is very cost effective. In other words, cheap. It's very small, so you got to be really careful when you're seeding it. Almost like a teaspoon, and sprinkle a teaspoon of seed across the soil surface.
Do you put like each seed separately, or you just
You kind of broadcast it. It would be forever trying to do it by a single seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are things like? What are the different lettuces or
There's lots of good
broccoli
varieties.
grow well?
Broccoli microgreens grow really well, but no try and turn it into a broccoli head. But yeah, we used to grow millions of microgreen broccoli seedlings. So we got broccoli's a good one. Arugula, lettuce is not a microgreen. It doesn't grow as a microgreen. It takes way too long.
Okay.
Yeah, we grow baby leaf lettuce. It's what we produce, and it still takes us 28 days to do it. So
Okay.
we can do baby leaf arugula in our facility in 14 days.
Great.
So if you want to do baby leaf, you're about 14 days, but if you want to do a microgreen, you're usually about 7.
And sometimes At the dollar store, they sell all these seeds. Would you buy your seeds there? Would you buy them from a different place? Does it matter what the seeds come from?
One of the best suppliers is a company in Saskatchewan for organic seed. I highly recommend organic seed.
Okay.
The company is called Mums, spelled Mumms.
Okay.
And they have retail distributors here in Ontario, so they'll have a list of stores on their website that they can buy. Or if you want to get into it seriously, you can buy direct from them. Right? So
Okay.
we buy all our pea seeds from them. So another great one is pea.
Okay.
Great flavor. Pea seeds about this big, really easy to seed it, and really easy to grow. So actually, if you're going to start with anything, start with pea.
Start with peas.
Peas, yeah, they're a great product. Really rich in nutrients.
Right. And which ones would you not try to make?
Wow,
That's not a good
lettuce is not a good one. Beets, they're beautiful in color as microgreen, but take way too long. Carrot really isn't a microgreen. Basil's a pretty good microgreen if you like basil. God, you're taking me back to it's been since 2018 since I've grown microgreens.
Or we can buy your product in the store. What do you sell?
Well, we sell lettuce and arugula at all the major stores under Greenbelt Organic Greens. I'm sure a lot of you we believe in organic, but yeah, we'll be at Sobeys, Metro, Loblaws, Fortinos, all those sort of stores. So.
And when you get the seeds, where do you store them? How long do they keep for?
We keep them cold. Just gives us better preservation. We don't like temperature fluctuations. So if your house is in air conditioned, for example, that's not good conditions for seed. But if you have some place that's fairly stable, like your basement, that's a stable temperature, they keep well in those sort of conditions. So.
Should you keep them, say, cold? Should you keep them in the fridge at all? Or is that too cold?
I think that's a little too cold. But yeah, some place temperature stable. Worst case, put them in the fridge. It's better than being in a hot house. So.
And do you get like flies or things
You
circulating?
can get anytime you have peat moss. It looks like a fruit fly, but it's a fungus gnat, and they're a bit of a pain. You can buy yellow sticky cards at the garden centers that will trap them, just like a fly sticky tape. We use miles of it in our facility because it's one of our pest problems.
Well, we're going to come visit your group.
Yeah, absolutely.
And keep healthy. So, a new way of eating more fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Perfect.